Okay, welcome, ladies, to today's session. We're going to be doing a workshop type of session, right? So you can be interactive, take notes, even have perhaps ChatGTP there that will help you. I will share with you for those that are live here today. Obviously, that was the deal. Those that show up live will get all the templates that I'm sharing. That's one of the great things about being live, and also we can brainstorm some of the ideas for your business as well. So hopefully we'll get this going for you for Black Friday. But remember, we'll have Christmas coming up. We'll have New Year's coming up. My whole notion, if you know me, I'm the evergreen sales queen. That's what I pride myself on. I want all of you to become evergreen sales queens as well, because we can utilize such bundles in any sort of given moment when we are doing promo. So don't think you got to reinvent yourself every time you come to Black Friday or doing something for Christmas or New Year's. You can utilize this as well. And so just to say that sometimes maybe you don't have like a digital bundle like I'm showing you here on the screen. Obviously, I have been in business for a long time. So just let you know, yeah, obviously we're going to talk about the Black Friday bundle, and then we're going to create it. That's two parts. But just to let you know a little bit about myself, I've come from the corporate world. I used to be a senior kind of director, coach, consultant for like 20 years in large organizations. And then at some point, I just decided I'm going to go solo and I would like to do my own thing. I started off as a leadership coach, to be honest. And I didn't know anything about promoting or sales funnels and all these technicalities. Actually, to be honest, I was overwhelmed by all this. But I worked through it. I learned a lot of things and I made a lot of mistakes at the same time. And then, as you can see, I then was able to inspire a lot of other people, groups of people. I wrote books. I was on uh, the radio as well. I went into corporate. I did organizational uh, group mentoring. And then also I moved into sort of creating memberships for female entrepreneurs. I've also created sort of higher paying sort of mastermind type of groups as well. So by now I've written 3 books. So I've actually, let's say, the reason why I'm telling you this is not to boast, to actually say, actually, I've made my mistakes. It hasn't been plain sailing for me at all. There was a lot of struggle. And I've just now, sort of in the last year, 2 years, I've really realized, hang on, there has to be a better way than having to reinvent yourself over and over again and struggle and sort of swapping and changing in terms of strategy. And that's what I'm really passionate about, is actually helping female entrepreneurs create that solid strategy. And so I talk a lot about this evergreen notion. And this is one of the reasons why I've created this evergreen sales queen, I call it like a sales queen event series, basically. So I'm turning up every week. And my goal is really to help other female coaches, consultants, healers, therapists, really to think about the potential that they have in their business and turning some of those assets that they're creating, and also the I guess processes in the business, into an evergreen notion where you don't have to reinvent the wheel, where you don't have to sit on your laptop in the morning thinking, what am I going to post today? So it can be very tiring and stressful. And the launching and all the things that the gurus are saying, I'm actually reevaluating some of those things. Yes, some actually really work, but I'm taking out the pieces that I think can be automated and evergreen, and I want to share this out to my network. So that's really the community I'm creating. I'm also thinking about opening a school group next year. School is one of my favorite platforms now. Not that I want to add another social media platform in it, but on school, it's more about learning and creating high quality conversations. So again, it just supports this whole evergreen and having one platform where I draw in people who have great conversations, because Facebook is very busy. LinkedIn is very busy as well, and TikToks and things like that. I'm probably too old for that, to be honest. So, that's my jam. And with my background, I just want to say, because I've been always doing process and project management, so I was always thinking about continuous improvement in my workplace. And that's what I'm bringing in here. That's what I do best. And I don't think a lot of people actually in this space think like that, because they're always talking about the next best thing, or the sort of a shiny object kind of thing. And let me know if you have been pulled into shiny object stuff, and then you kind of spend a lot of time and energy trying to make it work, and then it doesn't quite work out, and you think, oh my gosh, I should have rather put something in place that, keeps me going and works over and over again. Then you let me know. Have you made those mistakes? Have you been in this kind of cycle, and would you like to get out of it? So let me know. If that's a yes, just pop it in and chat. Obviously, I'd like to make this very interactive. Today, we're going to talk about Black Friday. So one of the things I said, make Black Friday evergreen, right? So it's going to be Christmas. Maybe we'll put some Christmas sprinkles on there, or some snowflakes. And then it could be New Year's, right? Because in the timings when people really are thinking about purchasing things are obviously January. Everyone's on a mission to change their life, and they have these good intentions. So January is definitely a great where people are more open. Then you could do a spring type of thing as well. Summer works well as well. Sometimes we think, yeah, they're going to go on holiday, but I've done some summary kind of challenges just because other people in this space are not doing anything, and it seems to be quite quiet. And so people have the time, and sometimes people on holiday, whilst they're not away, they might be at home and they want to tune in to and learn something as well. So there is opportunity there as well. And then obviously we've got September, when people are back at work and they want to get going, and it's the last couple of sort of last quarter of the year kind of thing. So there's another one. And then we've got the Black Friday, and then the Christmas. Okay, so there will be a bit of dead timing between Christmas and New Year's. People may be scrolling, but not really going to get somewhat committed. What I would say about the Black Friday, now it is end of November, and do people want to really start a big program before Christmas, December? Maybe not. They'll say, oh, I'm going to be so busy. So what I would bear in mind, if you are creating an offer, you could always say, look, you get a couple of bonus modules right now, or like a kickoff, one-to-one personal this side of the year. And then, say you had a 90-day program, and say you wanted to launch it in January anyway, then you'll have that January launch period again, and then get more people in and then start it. So it's kind of like a pre-seed. That's a possibility. If you don't have, like I have obviously a digital bundle that I'm doing this year, but also do the one-to-one coaching, where I say, look, you can get started in January. If you feel you don't want to get started right now yet, there is an opportunity, and you've got all this pre-course or this pre-thing happening right now, and that you can actually kind of start getting prepared. So there's ways to actually position yourself. Okay. Do you have any questions? Please just pop in the chat. I'll be very happy to answer. Or if you want to unmute as well, it's just from a strategic perspective. I just want to say this is longevity, not just for Black Friday. Okay. I don't see any questions at the moment, so I will hang on, just check. Where am I? Really good. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, don't think about just particular times of the year. Absolutely. So that's your Black Friday sales. I think I kind of talked about why does it matter? Well, what does would a boost matter in your boost of sales? Could that be great for you towards Christmas? Maybe you can have that extra holiday, or buy some more Christmas presents, set you off for maybe something else you want to invest in January. Maybe you want to come and work with me. That's another opportunity, right? But think about it. It's an opportunity because people are more open to receive or to purchase something, because they are looking for this next year, and they think that when they get a great deal on Black Friday, they'll go and buy it. For example, Amazon, right? Maybe you already have stuff saved in your basket and you're waiting for that deal to go and check out, because it's going to be reduced. I'm waiting for, I need a new fridge freezer, so I'm waiting for my Black Friday deal and going down to Curry's PC World. Yeah, because I need so bigger items, and I knew I wanted to buy that in this time frame. So it's the same sort of psychology with what we have. If we had one-to-one coaching, we can offer that. We've got digital programs. Maybe you want to do an event, fill a retreat. I know, Tony, you're doing retreats. I don't know if you're doing any time soon. Let me know. Maybe we can have a think about what you could do now, promote it now. They could purchase that right now, or maybe in DEI, it would be a workshop that maybe in the new year sets them up in terms of, you know, their goals and things like that. You could sell that into corporate right now, Sarah. And you're in a great place because this is all about well-being. It's about spirituality. People need this all the time, but again, set it up maybe for the new year, sell it now, and then there might be something happening starting in the new year as well. Yeah. And then you use the same promo over Christmas, get more people in for the New Year's thing. I think Tony woke up now. I know it's very early for you. You got your coffee. But yeah, I was mentioning about maybe a retreat that you're running next year. Perhaps maybe there is an early bird or a Black Friday kind of pricing on that one. So here I want to give you a quick launch checklist. So there's mainly 3 parts to put this together. Part 1, and we're going to go through this together. We're going to brainstorm your bundle. I like bundles, to be honest. I mean, yes, it could be a standalone one thing, but maybe we can keep it very, very simple as well. You don't have to go away and create an 80-page ebook, to be honest. You know, it could be one thing that you're selling and maybe 1 or 2 bonuses with that as well. So that could be a bundle. So people see that normally those bonuses are actually not available. So you're making it super special, because if they think, oh yeah, she's just going to offer this all year round anyway, I can purchase this again, whenever. Now you really want to make sure that you put a timeline to this and say this deal is going to go forever, right after Black Friday. And I've added 2 or 3 bonuses here. They are not normally available. Okay, so that's something you might want to consider when thinking about it. Then we want to outline the promo plan. So I'll talk a bit about this as well. And this year, Black Friday is on the 29th of November. So note that in your diary and have a calendar ready. Perhaps you want to promote that over a couple of days. Then we've got Cyber Monday on that Monday after. So you could promote it over the weekend and also Cyber Monday. What I'm doing, I'm always thinking about out the box. I'm going to do a better than Black Friday deal. And I'm already starting to drizzle it in right now before Black Friday, because I know it's going to be a lot of bundles and people have a lot of choices. So I'm doing it a week before Black Friday, and I say I'm actually doing something better than Black Friday. And I have like a mega bundle that I've put together with a messaging to say you will never ever need any other templates. It's like templates and things like that I've put together. You will never ever need any other template bundles or any other Black Friday deal. You can grab that right now, kind of thing. So that's what I'm preparing. And yeah, I can share with you that page and for inspiration if you would like to see that. It's not quite ready yet. You may not have digital offers. Do you have anyone? Have you got digital, like already pre-recorded videos? You're nodding, Ionit. You have that, so you could include that. Yeah.
I have a few workshops, healing workshops around relationships, relationship to money, relationship with trust.
Yeah. So if that's already a YouTube video, you could utilize that. To make the bonus. And I'm just thinking really simplistic, because I don't like a lot of like creating, giving you too much work or creating too much work for myself either. You could get transcript from that video, or maybe you already have a slide deck. You could then create a short checklist from that, because some people are, there's different learning styles. I used to be a a teacher for a little while as well, and a university lecturer, so I know. And I know, Tony, you as well. You're a professor, right? You're talking about visual learners, auditory learners, and um, the third one is the one that like they want to feel or look at something and touch something. So obviously, we want to have a visual um, option and an auditory option. So if you have you probably told me in the chat what the third one is. It's kinesthetic. Yeah, absolutely. So kinesthetic, maybe online. We can brainstorm some ideas. I mean, it's going to be a little bit hard, isn't it? Definitely can cater for the visual learner. Maybe they need slides. Maybe they need some visual or pictures to remember things. And some other people just want to listen like to a podcast. And I guess the kinesthetic would be maybe get them to do an activity or an exercise and ask questions, maybe have a journal or something like this, like a journaling tool. So you have different options. You can just create from one piece of content, you can already create all the bonuses with it if you think that way. So if you have the video, you can transcribe it. There is a tool that I use. It's called TurboScribe. I don't know, IB, if you're listening, could you just pop in the link, because you've got that link, because you always doing my transcripts and things like this. There's obviously a couple of, I found that one really good because you get 3 videos per week for free. So I'm using the free option. You get the transcript, and rev.com is another one. Yeah. Transcripts useful. You can then use that, put it into ChatGTP, say, here's a transcript of my training. Can you create a summary, takeaway, and a checklist, something like that. So you can actually be very, very clever with that. Okay. What else do I want to say about this? So we've gone through, yeah, so the promotional plan, that would be number 2. TurboScribe, yeah, I think it's TUR.io or .com. I'm not sure. Might want to just check it. TurboScribe. Yeah, it's a good one. So yeah, that bundle could be really the video, the training. It could be then a checklist or a journal, and maybe the slide deck. Okay. Some people even have some card decks, for example, in terms of spiritual entrepreneurs. But funny enough, I just put a lot of templates. You can get a lot of sort of templates from Canva and think what other freebies can I create. But yeah, obviously we are sort of so close to Black Friday. Just keep it simple, I would say. Oh, okay. So that's IB just posted something there. Or maybe we put it in there, TurboScribe. Okay, that was from a previous session. Okay, cool. So then we're going to create the copy and the visuals. And so you've got the promo plan. So let's go back. So we're going to have a look at the bundle. We're going to look at your promo plan, and then we're going to create the copy and the visuals. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And obviously, then we can think about how do we evergreen all of this. So I'm going to stop share here. And perhaps we can do a bit of ChatGTP work. And what I'll also do is I've got a Canva template where I've created this bundle thing, and there's a couple of other templates here that you could use just to pop in your visual. I like Canva just to mock up things. It could be if you already have workbooks or worksheets or any visuals, you can just pop them in here and display them that way so that you can actually really showcase the value. What I'll do is I'll share this as a template with you and pop it into the where's it gone now? Template link. Pop it into a chat so that you can utilize that and create your Black Friday bundle. The visuals. Okay, Right, so that's in there. Um, so right, let's go to the promo. Obviously, I think I should share with you what are the promo steps and ways. Obviously, there are different ideas for promo. You can do a shorter one, a longer one. Um, but I guess you just have to think what makes sense for me, right? So I have a promo plan. Um, and this promo plan is probably, yeah, it's a medium to advanced promo plan, I would say. You can leave some stuff off. So this is what I do, right? So I do sort of over 10 to 13 days. So 10 days before Black Friday, because I want to start with my Better Than Black Friday. So mine's going to start on the 19th of November. And then I'm going to keep it open for another 2, 3 days because obviously it's going to be Cyber Monday. Okay. So that's the Cyber Monday is the last call. So the way to do a promo, obviously ChatGTP can help you, and ChatGTP helped me as well. But I put in literally, hey, I want to start around this time, and this is what I want to promote. So I told ChatGPT what I wanted to promote. And I also said I want to do a daily countdown, for example, something daily. Okay, so then we would look at perhaps you have an email list. If you have an email list, you might want to think, okay, do you want to have a daily email or every second day? What's the email sequence for that? And promo, which promotional platforms am I using? Am I using LinkedIn? Am I using Facebook? Or maybe some of you are using other platforms like TikTok or Instagram. Maybe you want to think about what sort of posts is it? Do I need to create a video? Do I need to create an image? What are the components, right? So you really need to think about that. But mine looks like this. So I'm doing a teaser announcement on day one. There's an email going out and social media. So I need to prepare graphics and a landing page for the full launch. Now, to keep it simple, some of you may not have a landing page and you may not have the time to create it. Do not worry. As long as you can create a PayPal link and you can just put a post or even a Google document just like this with a link for a payment, that counts as a sales page. Okay, you could just write up your offer on a Google document and send it to people or link it somewhere. So that's the very most simplest thing to do. Yeah. Um, invite. So what I have is obviously I have a little wait list, so you can ignore that if that's a little bit advanced. I'll say to people, look, I've got something coming for Black Friday. I'm only going to share it with the wait list. So I'm going to open up because I got a couple of thousand emails of subscribers and I want to filter who are the people that are really interested. And that helps me also clean up my email list a little bit because I can delete people who are never opening my emails and so on. So I'm strategically doing those kinds of things. And then I would actually email then the priority list with access with a bigger discount, right? So you could actually write an email and say, those that are going onto the priority list today, they're going to get a bigger discount. Now, Sarah, I understand you are working in the corporate space and that may be a little bit different. You may not have a massive email list. You tell me, I'm just thinking, how would you approach this right now? Because obviously for others who have an email list and Facebook, social media following, LinkedIn, perhaps you've been more on LinkedIn right now. Perhaps you have an event. We could even create an event on LinkedIn and do a little workshop and then promote your Black Friday deal, which could be like a consulting package.
Yeah, often my focus is about building the knowledge and capability of the HR person who needs to drive the agenda within their organization. So giving them tools that help them to feel like they can start this journey, but actually they're just starting it, but they need a specialist when they take step 2.
what's your normal package that you would normally sell to them? Because let's see if we can derive a package. Obviously we can move on from this. I'll share with you obviously this template about the different emails, but we need to know what the package is in order to be able to do the messaging and then write these emails, right? So let's move over to ChatGTP, and I'll just demo this for you. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. Let's say, so you work with, obviously, if you know how to prime your ChatGTP, I have also a couple of prompts which I'll share with you, which is called the audience prompts. So if your ChatGTP doesn't quite know you yet, you might want to go through those first, because you know, ChatGTP, you answer all of these questions and then you paste it in, and then they will know, it will know who you are targeting and the kinds of offerings you have or you want to create as well. So let's just go to general. Okay, maybe we can do the who's the ideal client. Yeah, let's work on this, and then we'll pop it in. I'm gonna make a copy for Sarah's example. Just put that in here, and I can send it to you as well afterwards, Sarah. So yeah, feel free to unmute. I'm just gonna sort of type up, so we can then copy this into ChatGTP and have it create stuff for us, basically. And so you should all do the same as well in due course. So I help HR, and it can be it doesn't have to be perfect wording. I actually type it up as it just comes to my mind, so don't worry, right? So help HR leaders to do what? Want to unmute or just brainstorm with you?
Doesn't fit very comfortably into that sentence.
To prepare themselves for the DEI agenda.
Yeah, and it's very customized for every conversation that I have. Okay.
Understand, but when you do the Black Friday promo, you have to have some sort
Which
of,
is not something that I had ever thought to do. So
yeah. Well, any promo.
How am I going to do this?
It's with any promo. You might want to think about a collateral of problems that they have, and that goes for anyone in any niche. You got to think about the these are all the problems, right? That occur. And what is the agenda? What are the kind of things that would be included?
Okay, maybe I am not your example to use on this call, because the reason why I'm on this call is to start this thinking process. But it's a valid question.
Okay.
That I would be wanting to think about. But I'm trying to understand, how do these tools actually help me to
not a problem.
To think about how to market?
You know what? Let's start from very scratch, because not everyone's already on that page, So actually, help me then. Let's, and even if it's not perfect, I'm just gonna demo it. So help me with my client avatar, their problems, and their agendas. So I'm looking to help HR leaders to prepare themselves for the DEI agenda 2025, right? And the others, right? And you can put there, I'm looking to help who, with their well-being, or their spirituality, with their sexuality, right? You could use the same sort of thing. And I know it will spit out something, we'll have to refine it. But at least it's going to start doing some sort of research for us, right? So, and you could say, well, actually, no, I don't want to work with people that actually, I'm going to change it, right? Location could be global. You could say, actually, no, it's only going to be UK only. This one doesn't matter, whatever. It just spits out an example, right? So what are they experiencing? These are the problems, right? So they're navigating the mandates. Yeah, there's always mandates coming out, inclusive cultures, overcoming resilience, bias, da 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 da. Okay, agendas and goals that I might have. And you can add to that because you are the specialist. You can look over this and say, well, actually, you have missed out the other thing, right? Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it is an amazing tool. The other day I did a math homework with for my son, I guess, on ChatGTP because it was like almost midnight and there were 30 questions. I'm like, just put it in ChatGTP and note it down and don't worry, look over it on the weekend again. It was a SOS call then. So yeah, we've got to utilize these tools in that way, and obviously it takes a while for it to understand who you are, your voice, and all the intricacies, and that's why I have these questions. Actually would ask you things like, what specific problem does your Black Friday offer solve? Well, help me with that. What can I put in place? Well, why are you asking me? Well, give me an idea, right? So we've got the ideal client. What's the unique selling point of this offer? I need to know how Black Friday offer stands out. Yeah. So we've already got things in here which we could just probably pop in and say, I want to create Black Friday deal to help them with 2025 agenda. To help them solve some of these agenda items for 2025. Okay. Okay, DI strategy toolkit. Oh, would be a nice idea. You could have a couple of checklists in there in terms of, and it doesn't even need to be that expensive. Sometimes you might want to have something like on a sort of a low cost as an entry point, because you could do an audit with them. You could do a strategy audit with them even. You could have a little audit checklist, and that goes for everyone. You could have a well-being audit or a sexuality audit, and it could be something you want to do for free as well, or a low cost. Obviously, if it's a Black Friday, you could say, normally I charge, $500 for this audit, but I'm doing it for half price. And what does the audit give you? It usually gives people an awareness of where they are in that particular subject area and where the gap is. So you can actually give them a report afterwards. And what does that give you? It gives you a stepping stone to then go and sell your other programs that you have available. So it could be a door in. And it's not something you have to actually pre-record and you already have those videos available. It's actually something you personalize, you do with them, you get to know them. People are more likely to actually say, oh, yes, that sounds really useful because it's quite tailored. So DI masterclass bundle. Yeah, if you already had masterclasses, so this could be something for you for next year to think about. Actually, once a month, I'm going to hold a masterclass according to the topics that we have discussed up here, which would be maybe one masterclass. And of course, we might want to come up with some more sexy titles, right? Navigating complex DEI mandates, but you know what that is. You know that they are having an increased responsibility. They're under pressure. There's always new stuff coming out with lots of different requirements. How are they going to implement? Maybe they need a consultant like you to help them with that. So every month you could do a different webinar based on these subjects. You'd be 6 months in, 6 months sorted in terms of your campaign, and then within that, and this is for everyone, all of you. You could brainstorm 6 areas, 6 themes, and if you want to talk about this for one whole month, or maybe it's 1 week, that's fine as well. You would have your social media posts sorted already as well, because you're specifically talking about one of the problems. You could ask ChatGPT to give you 52 problems, so you'd have a weekly kind of theme. So now you could, now we're going obviously beyond the Black Friday scope. But I could put into my Black Friday bundle, hey, I'm going to give you 52 ideas for weekly content prompts. So I could take this and put it into my bundle, right? So it could be for Iron, it could be something in the well-being spiritual world. What are 52 little rituals that you could do, you know, every week, once a week, or something daily? I mean, that's quite a lot, 365 days, but even if it's like once a week, or it could be the journal. Tony, it's very similar to the well-being. I would classify you as one of the well-being in the well-being side as well, because you're talking about sexual well-being, right? So there's some ideas here. Agenda and goals. Yeah, staying ahead of the trend. So these are all the messaging that you can use, Sarah, in terms of, talking to people on social media and why they should come and either buy the bundle or then in future come to your webinars. So it could be toolkit, it could be a masterclass bundle. And you already said you had masterclasses, so you could use that. You could have a workshop like what I'm doing right now. You could do that, Sarah, in your field. You could do a DEI roundtable, and you could price it. That could be a special Black Friday. So it could be a Black Friday event that they could book, and maybe there are 2 or 3 event sessions that you could run, and they could book onto one of these sessions or choose which day would be best for them, feasible. And during the event, you could then give them the toolkit. So the toolkit could be a series of checklists that they're going to get. Like what I'm doing today, I'm going to give you 5 or 6 checklists after the session. So you could model the same thing, but obviously your audience is different. A roadmap consultation. There we go. There's another. It's a 1-hour consultation. So in each area, in each niche, you can do a roadmap. And with that roadmap, you could even do an audit first. So you could have a series of questions. Where are you right now in this field? How are you feeling? What's working? What's not working? And then check, this is the gap. And then you can make some suggestions. That's really what a roadmap is. And then there's some more complex things, like if you want to create a subscription, like I already have a subscription membership. So I'm going to show this to you. These are sort of my bundles. There's an idea. But obviously I put this together in a few months. You can't just do this a week before Black Friday. There's a lot more to this. But maybe next year, around Black Friday, in a year's time, you may have more stuff and you can already plan ahead. So I have a membership that is called the Empower Me Hub. And by the way, if you're interested, you can join for free at the moment on my network. Lovely friends are invited. I can share. It's actually a school group, but I will be promoting this as a Black Friday. And I have different membership options. Just one thing I do need to implement is the Black Friday banner. And I have done this for another offer that I'm doing as well, which I think I could show you quickly, that you could also use on social media posts. It's just the way you kind of position the messaging. Let me find it. It's in here. So I'm just saying this is a draft, and some of the elements are still being designed. So I have this. This should be a bit more straight. Yeah, I'm just working on this. But see how I'm creating sort of a banner where I say, hey, you get access to so much, but for 90% off. I think that's one of the features that you can use and say, well, hey, there's this massive bundle, there's this massive value that I'm going to give you for 90% off. So I've actually created a bundle here. and as I said, I'm still working on it, but wanted to share with you is if you do have a sales page, or if you do want to create a document, you could actually list what they get. So all the different things and what it's valued at. So if you have a bundle and you have the bonuses, you want to list them. And you want to say, hey, all of this total value is almost 4,000, but you're going to get it for 90% off. Yeah, so there's another example. So we've brainstormed ideas for the bundle, right? Once we've got it and you nailed it, you tell ChatGPT, okay, I know I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3, right? Based on this, you tell, obviously, you say, okay, this is what's included. This is what it's going to solve, right? Now create the promotions for me. So let's go back to Sarah's example. Do you have any questions so far? Are you still with me, or is it confusing? I just want to, because obviously I have so many ideas, and so it can feel a bit like lots, and I don't want you guys to get lost in this process. So feel free to ask. Yeah, Tony.
The big question, and I might have missed this part when I had to walk out. The sheet that you're using, this is Sarah's examples. You're writing Sarah's answer. Did you give us a link to these prompts?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. You're gonna give them. I'm gonna give them out. Actually, these are all the prompts. So we've got asset prompts, audience prompts, Black Friday emails, ideas for offers on here. So these could be live workshop bundles, coaching, sprints done for you, you know. I mean, I've used ChatGPT for this as well. It doesn't come, I mean, the idea, I've asked it obviously the right question. So, you know, you can ask ChatGPT, but I've already done the pre-work. So you've got the promo plan. There are some sales copy prompts that I've used, which work for the value proposition, for example. I was telling you that, isn't it? You could just pop that in and say, now create a sales page, and then put it into a Google Doc. So say we continued this with Sarah's, right? Say we said now, okay, Sarah, which one do you want to pick? The toolkit, maybe?
Yeah, the strategy toolkit. Thank you.
Okay, so now we say, let's go with the toolkit. Can you suggest 3 things for this bundle? And I'm watching the time. We're about 45 minutes in, so probably just go over for another 5 minutes, but I'll let you go at the top of the hour, as promised, because we're nearly there. We've done the hard work. So now it tells you for the year, here are 3 valuable components that would make a compelling offer. So you've got a template, you've got a inclusive culture building playbook, and the collection reporting toolkit. Not sure, I'm not too familiar, but let's say, okay, I would like to include a live audit session where I will create a tailored roadmap with them based on the audit answers and gaps. So the outcome will be a report with recommendations, right? In addition, I will give them a culture building playbook. Let's keep it at that. And if you wanted something third, okay. So I need you to help me create the audit. Maybe give me 10 sample questions. I don't have much time right now, but you could say, before you create this, do you need some more information from me? Because it will ask you questions back and say, well, what exactly, you know, and then you can brainstorm with it to make it more specific. Yeah. I'm gonna share with you now, before you go. Are you on it, as promised? You're gonna get this workshop templates. What it's called, new folder. I have to change it. So I'm gonna share this with you now, so you have the link. And let me know how it goes for you. Do keep me updated. Hopefully you've got my emails. You get some more emails and my Black Friday deals as well. So I'd like to see what you've created. I'd like to keep you a little bit accountable as well. So I'm gonna pop that in here. See if you have access. You should be able to. Oh, it's only viewer. Sorry, I think viewing would be fine. I think you can just create your own copy as well if you want to edit it. Should be able to.
Yeah, it's all there. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
cool.
you so much.
Fab.
Have a good
No worries.
day. Bye, girl.
So we'll go through here and 10 sample questions, including the life audit. So we've got goals. What are your goals? I guess these are more maybe on the audit. We could make it more numeric. Maybe we could use, and I know, Tony, you're the professor. You're going to tell me what should be, how data should be properly collected and stuff like that. I'm sure you can come up with such a much better audit. Maybe they have to tick a box or something like this, 1 to 10, and then they get a score, and then depending on the score, they're in this range. So you can do lots of things with this statistically, or you could, obviously this is more like asking general questions, but the question is, how do you then rate them as to where they're at, and do you have a benchmark? That's why I you know, I challenged it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, not at all, minimal, moderate. So how clearly defined are your DEI goals with the organization's overall mission? There we go. And then you can go into conversation if you have that one-to-one conversation with people. And then you create your roadmap. So the results, yeah, there we go. Okay, this is a bit weak, but obviously you want to then give them a roadmap with that. So now, so also with the scores, give me give me some good recommendations around how they can fill the gap. Okay, so now you're already creating the content for your bundle, right? Once that's there, it's very easy to create social media posts because it knows what we're going to be selling. Okay, so now we have a bit more clarity, and I can share this with you as well. Sarah, if you have ChatGPT, I'll just share that link with you, and you've got it in yours too. Yeah, no, I had to go through one example, and Sarah, I picked yours. Is it useful for you, Tony, as well? I mean, we could quickly brainstorm stuff for you as well, because in the end, I could just say, okay, great. Now create a checklist.
Actually, I just did this with ChatGPT 2 days ago. So a lot of what you've done, I have already done. I just don't know which one to pick because it gave me so many good ideas.
Okay.
And
we can have a look at it.
Ironically, and I think the funny part of all of this is I've been a DEI consultant for 30 years and retired to be a sexologist. So
Love it.
So yeah, I get the examples better than you know.
There we go. There we go. So
great to know, Tony.
Obviously, what I don't like with ChatGPT, we always have to go in and make it our own. Like, oh, as the landscape evolves, and all this kind of stuff, it just seems it feels same. So once it learns, your voice, and then I always go back and say, this is a good post. This is something I've written before. I want it in this style, and I just adjust it. But at least, Sarah, I think it's going to give you a starting point to really just think about it. But I would say,
Brilliant. And I would never have thought to ask it the questions in this way. So thank you.
yeah, yeah. So there we go, and you get the live one. I'll share this with you now as well, Sarah, so you can have that. And get that information out from here as well. And of course, my Black Friday deal is I have a program which is called the Evergreen Success Formula, and I don't just look at the Black Friday deals, but I look at everything, like starting from the messaging to all the different programs that you would create, how to put them together, how to promote it. I have all the templates for all the sales pages that I've shared with you as well. All my clients will actually get all of those things as well alongside the implementation. So if you think, you need some help, then do book a call. I'll leave a link and we can have more conversation. Obviously, I'm just kind of sharing snippets of what I can do and how I can potentially help. But it's really about looking holistically throughout the whole process and setting this up properly. And I think IB, you just put the link in there. So I'm going to put that link for you, Sarah, so you can have that ChatGPT prompts. Tony, if you want to share your screen, we can have a look at it and give you some feedback and some ideas.
Sure. I'm struggling with just taking your files and putting them in my files. I made copies of all your files, but I think I made copies on your drive. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have
So
another look. What
I'm
happened?
trying not to close that because then
Oh,
your templates are golden, right? So let me see if I can find my ChatGPT. And it's on this screen. Let me make this big. Now to find you. Okay. Let's see.
And Sarah, is there anything else you would need or that you want to know about?
No, you just blown my mind. I need to go and have a play. No, it's brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, have a play. Yeah. Good. Then hopefully you're sorted. And this time was a good use of your time here. Like,
Yeah, really, really useful. Thank you so
good.
much. And I'll let you concentrate on Tony and I'll drop off.
Yeah, sure.
You're more than welcome, Sarah, to stay and talk about sex.
Maybe you want to give us some input.
Right.
No.
So when I typed in there, give me some ideas for Black Friday kind of, I didn't ask for a bundle. That will be next. But I was just asking for something I could sell for $17. I was thinking something cheap that I'd get their email, but I get some money. And I've never done that before. If I try to offer my roadmap or consult, or I already do that. I already have a lead magnet that's a quiz, that's an audit. But I was trying to think, so many people in my community have been inundated with that. So I've been trying to look for something new. Each one of these, though, seems like it's going to be a bit of work. And the one that I kind of liked was number 3, because it goes with both my coaching and my retreat. And
can you share this link with me so I can have a look at it on my screen a bit bigger? If you go to the share button and then pop it into the Zoom.
Share and Zoom. So what do I have to hit?
Yeah, if you click share on the right-hand side, next to your picture on the top right-hand side inside of the ChatGPT window.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You are there. Okay. So
you have to maybe move me. There we go. Create
you.
a share link and then I can open it on my ChatGPT.
So I hit create link.
Yep.
And then I come back to the chat.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't think I was
And then
this
just pop that link into the chat.
technologically
Yep.
needy, but evidently I am. Here we go.
And if you just put that link into the chat, then I will be able to, yeah, there we go. I'm going to open that now. And
Should I
then we can continue this
should
conversation. I can continue on my side, so it's not going to
yeah.
upset
get
your side of the conversation, and see whether it comes up with some new ideas.
okay.
So I've got it here.
Okay.
So you got these, right? Self-discoveries. Okay,
Yeah,
let's just challenge it. Let's just challenge it. I'm always for going against the grain and say, do you know what? This is all rubbish. My clients, you know, they're going to be bored with what you just, do you know what I mean? So let's challenge it for a second, okay?
Okay.
And say, okay, so the five ideas that you presented are pretty boring. Yeah, that's it. How we challenge, right? Why not?
Okay.
My kids always tell me, you're so rude to ChatGPT.
I never do that. I only compliment. I'm
Really?
having a little love thing with the chat
No,
GPT.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Oh, this is me. But this, otherwise it just comes up with the same old stuff, right? So now you tell me in your own words, and it can be as raw as you want it to be. But it has to be child friendly because we're on a recording and it might go out. So, okay. I mean, seriously, this is a very serious subject, sexuality, and you know, because there's you know, what happens if we awaken our sexuality and we have an amazing love life? Now tell me about it, and let's put it in here,
Right. Yeah.
because it could go as much as getting the promotion that you wanted,
Oh, absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Making more money in your business. Hello. Oh, now people are, oh, okay, that's what it will do for me, actually, right? Because it's maybe not just romantic goals and the love languages and identifying desires and okay, that's brilliant, unless that's your niche and I'm misunderstood what I'm reading here, because I'm thinking like, how can we shoot this to the moon so people
Right,
actually
right.
stop scrolling and they're noticing? And I said, actually, because that's why I'm thinking, like, sometimes when people work with me, like the spiritual healers and those well-being consultants, I always say, look, you're thinking too small in your own bubble
Right.
as to what you can do and how it can help people reduce stress and burnout and stuff like that. But what is it really going to do for them in their life? Well, now they're going to stop arguing with their husbands and wives, and they're going to have a better family relationship at home, because you are more at ease and you understand, you know, how to set boundaries. And at work, you're going to be more productive, you're going to get the promotion. You know, it gives you so much other things other than just looking in that little bubble, right? And this may well be the content that you're going to give them, but in terms of the promo and how you're going to position it, you're going to actually blow it up, and you're going to shoot for the moon. That's what I would tell you to do.
And like the reawakening pleasure, I wanted it to be like my offer that's for my retreat. If you buy it before the end of November, is you get $1,500 off, and the retreat is called the Reawakening Retreat. So I like how that goes together with the mini course.
Awakening retreat. Yeah, which so like you could say, you'd like to maybe outline each theme. Yeah, so you can create that meditation, but then you obviously, yeah, you gotta get the script together, you gotta record it, you gotta upload it somewhere, which is probably doable. Maybe have one meditation to start with. If you don't have enough time, you can build up over time and you can release. Or you could say, you could even sell a monthly meditation bundle, and you could seed it in. You could say, well, actually, I don't have much time to create 12 now, but over the next 12 months, it's like almost like a subscription that they pay for, and it's an annual. You will receive every month, you will receive a new meditation track.
Right.
That's one way to do the delivery. Reawakening retreat.
Another way related right to that fits that is I also signed up for, like, I don't know if this is what you did, but for the school promotion, like a challenge that I just opened, like a school membership, and I actually could let these folks in free for a year, and part of it is it's also that meditation, like every month you get a free meditation as part of this group.
Yeah, exactly. And so don't think that as this Black Friday bundle is something that you already have had everything done for. It could be that when they buy the bundle, they'll get, obviously they would have paid for the school membership, say, because it's part of it. And then you can seed in all the elements. So you will have included 12 meditations. What else? So this is delivery. So the meditations are quite like, and then you said this one would be the mini course, which could then lead into purchasing the retreat. So you could have a Black Friday deal with including the retreat, so they can already purchase the retreat. So they'll get the mini course, the 12-month school membership, and the retreat as a bundle at this price point. Or if they're not sure about the retreat, they don't want to travel, then they can just come into your community, get the school, and inside a school, maybe you'll have that mini course already, because then you don't have to worry about the delivery because they're coming into the space anyway. So if you set up school and you have the course in there, maybe there's one or two other things in there, and then you could just put the visuals onto a Canva and say, this is all included, and it's all already in school. Then you don't have to worry about that. Sending out additional, or creating other membership platforms and sending out specific emails, you just send them to the school group.
So would you, Sabine, so my offer is the $1,500 off the retreat if you buy it in November. I didn't think of these things, this list up here, as bonuses. That is a different way of looking at this. I was looking at it from the reverse. Like, here's this $17 offer. Before we talked about bundling, right? Here's this $17 offer, and if you and part of this is like you can also get $1,500 off of. It's almost like,
so if you buy the $17 bundle, you then have a voucher that gives you $1,500 off when you purchase the retreat.
Yeah, if you purchase a retreat. I also made a booklet, actually a PDF that's like 10 pages long about blue zones and why they're healthy, and I have a checklist to go with it, like if you wanted to live a la blue zone, right? Like blue zone living being the healthiest kind of living and happiest kind of way.
You could add that in here. So what chat comes up with quite nice is actually different pathways or different packaging. If you whatever you have, so this is what I did. Look, if you look at my my Evergreen bundle, I put all kinds of different bonuses in, because a lot of the stuff is digital, so I don't have to actually go and deliver it. And you could just add all these and then put a stack in place. Oh, it's the blue zone and this, that, and the other, and everything's included. So you're flexible, right? Just make a list of all the assets that you already have that you don't necessarily have to go in and create, and you can bundle those together for now, and you can exclude the meditations, because how many different bundles do you want to have? That's the question. Because if you have lots of different bundles, all of a sudden you're going to have to promote all of them. It takes a lot of time, effort, energy, and maybe you're confused and you're going to confuse your client as well. So keep it to 2 or 3 choices, and then that's it. They could just from a menu choose. You can say, okay, bundle number 1 is the meditation pack, for example, here. That's the self-discovery mini course. Or you could say, look, this and this together is 47. Or if you wanted 17, if you say, yeah, you know, that together is a bundle, and plus a voucher or $1,500 off for the retreat. That could be an additional. Then you've got the school membership, or you could say, I'm going to give all of these 3 things under the one bundle. I don't know what your school membership will be valued at, but these seem to be reasonable prices.
Nothing yet right now.
But these seem to be reasonable prices, as in like average as to, you know, mini courses. They are priced around this price point, and then the initial tripwires, they're about $17. But if you bundle those 3 up, you know, that's exciting. You're like, oh my gosh, I get all of this stuff. I would normally be paying, you know, 300, 400 odd dollars, and you price it at 17 or 27 or 47. That's still 90% off.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's helped me look at things in a different way.
Yeah. And it's a stepping stone to your retreat. Of course, you could have a second bundle, which includes all 4, which is the bigger bundle. And that would actually have the retreat costs, the fees in there as well. And then it wouldn't be such a 17 something. But you could have 2 options. This is like the DIY option. Have 1, 2, and 3 in there. And then this is the done with you, I guess, where you have the retreat in there as well. And they would get this early bird Black Friday deal for the retreat. And then, yeah, it create a challenge. So if you don't want to do the meditations, or you could have it in the school group, you can create challenges. Always good. School membership, Goddess Pathway meditation pack.
I love that.
Access.
Yeah,
so
it's very interesting. You know, I did this school trial and I just hit it like yesterday. But I have Kajabi, and Kajabi has its own communities, which is very similar, if not the same as school. So I don't know if I want to go with school, but
I guess this is just whatever membership. It's your membership. Yeah, wherever it's hosted, it doesn't matter. I think it's more like what you're going to give them inside the membership, and the fact that you don't have to actually create all the stuff up front, that you every month you have something you're going to be delivering into the membership. And you could have different pathways as well within the membership. So quite like the awakening experience, the goddess path, awakening path. Let's just say we went with number 1 as an example. What would it give us? Okay, we like bundle number 1. How can we promote this now? Right? So we're going to go into the promotional side. Say this is the pack and we want to create sales page. Part of compelling launch. Okay, well, that's just theory. Okay, now do it. Create excitement about the offer, highlight the value journey, testimonials, social media. Okay, so the background work I would be doing, because I don't know how you've primed your ChatGPT, would actually be obviously questions about do you understand the problems of my audience, right? And I would brainstorm the problems. So I've got to go in a second as well. I won't be able to do everything in detail, but obviously make sure they know the problems, the fears, the desires, the possibilities, maybe objections even, because we want to seed that in our sales scripts. There's probably a range of other things that we can brainstorm in terms of the psychology and who's the audience and where are they at right now in their life, and what's it gonna give them and stuff like that. Let's just see what it comes up. And we could even say write it in a table and stuff like that. But let's just say, okay, so brainstorm my clients' problems, fears, desires, possibilities, as in like imagine what what could happen positive after my program, after they take my programs, and possible objections. And that's really going to help you with all of these promotional items. Yep. Difficulty letting go, unresolved fear, vulnerability. I would even say here, regards to problems, how do these manifest in their real life? Show examples. This is how I always challenge chat and say, push back. No, this is boring. This is boring. You know, I need more. I need more. And the same with the fears, right? Being unlovable. What does that mean? Well, they don't have no self-confidence. They're not going to show up as a leader in their organization, or they're not going to have this intimacy with their partner. They're going to reject, being hugged or kissed or whatever it may be, right? Fear of change, fear of judgment. Okay, so now we're getting into more stuff like this, but what's the impact, right? Meaningful relationship, self-assurance, yeah, possibilities, self-acceptance, fulfilling relationships, a clear vision and purpose, and what's that going to do to them in terms of their professional and their personal life. Yeah, I like some of these. What do you think?
Yeah. This is how I decide how to make reels for the week, and where my social media comes from. I just take one of these and I just riff on it myself,
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's always calls it's there. How it shows up. Yeah, so this is, yeah, I think I like these kinds of little snippets, like, do you feel like you're scrolling through social media, feeling enemies of others who seems to be grounded and self-confident and stuff like this? Maybe this is too far removed from what you do, but that's already three,
No,
4 steps ahead.
I
No?
just did a Monday morning motivation a couple weeks ago on digital detox and
Mm,
how that affects one's relationships in general, if not your romantic one.
okay,
So, yep.
cool. But this is just diving a bit into the depth behind the scenes. And then if we say, okay, now create the value proposition for bundle 1, let's see what it comes out with. And yeah, I like bundle 1. And if you can see yourself doing this membership on whatever platform it is, and that if you can already seed ideas, and it doesn't have to be that you already tell them everything you're going to be doing, because it may be a little bit fluid and you have more ideas and you're going to bring in additional things which you didn't advertise, which is the beauty about being creative. But you can have some cornerstones, some frameworky type of things in there, like every month you're going to have a meditation, every quarter we're going to do a challenge, and there's this and this mini course in there available already for you to watch anytime. And we have a weekly or a monthly live call. And if you're in there, you'll get a $1,500 off when you come to the retreat.
Right. Is it possible that I get a copy of this?
Oh yeah, I'll send it back to you and you can riff
Oh,
again on
thank you.
this.
I was just curious. I opened mine to see if this was going on mine. I'm like, shoot, not on
No,
mine.
it's not. Don't worry, I'll share it with you again. Yeah. Hopefully it will just
So a
back
bundle
integrate.
pathway as opposed to a bundle package. Is pathway an English word, or is that a business word? Or I've never heard pathway before. And
So
your chat GBT picked that right up and went flying.
yeah. And do you know what? I like it. I've seen it in other memberships where we talk about some money mindset, the different pathways. And I do this in my membership. Actually, I have a career pathway. I have a well-being pathway. And that means that when they come into a membership, they need to do a little audit first and see, where am I right now? What is my priority? And if you have different pathways that people can embark on and say maybe they are lacking, maybe they're not in a, and I don't know your content in detail, but say they are not in a to say they're in a narcissistic relationship. Maybe you have a pathway through going through trauma and healing from past relationship issues. That could be one pathway. And then what are the steps they're going through? Another one could be we're in a marriage and I want to reignite my marriage. Maybe there is the marriage ignition pathway. I don't know, right? Think about whether you want to structure it that way as well, because it would actually solve specific problems for a specific audience within your audience, I guess. It could be the Aphrodite love, the Aphrodite pathway.
Yeah. The my free group on Facebook is called The Voyage of Aphrodite.
And I like it. I really like it. Yeah.
And then my school is called The Voyager's Inner Circle. That's what that is.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Why choose the bundle pathway? So it's actually talked about probably what I just said in terms of accessible start, begin with affordable offer, incremental growth, community and support, immersive transformation. Yeah, so that's the retreat is like the ultimate. So it's almost like from beginner to advanced.
Yeah, so it sounds like they're using pathway like a value ladder, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
This has been very helpful. I need to come hang out with you much more often than every couple of years.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You always have good stuff.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for mentioning this. And because we were still recording, I'm going to close the recording. For anyone watching the replay and you haven't created this Black Friday bundle or you need some support, I do have a call. You can always book a call with me. We can do a bit of an audit, either your offer or any of your Evergreen sort of strategies. Or if you're not on Evergreen at all, we can actually have a look at that and I can give you a bit of a roadmap. That's what I offer. And obviously, if there is, some alignment and you do need support, then of course I do have different packages available and we can literally, go at it together and implement this together. And right now I do have a Black Friday offer as well for my program. So, don't hesitate, don't wait around. You want to have a conversation with me, do it now around this time, Black Friday. There's definitely the best deals available. With that said, Tony, it's been a pleasure. Really enjoyed hanging out with you. Let's do it again soon. And it's a wrap for today.
I actually have